Every new client costs you time you do not bill for. This is a hard truth for many freelancers. You might lose 3 to 5 hours before you do a single paid minute. This time is spent on administrative tasks. You write welcome emails from scratch. You chase down project details over long email chains. You hold unstructured calls that wander without a clear purpose. If you work with 10 new clients in a year, that is a full week of unpaid work. That is 50 hours you could have used for marketing. That is 50 hours you could have used for rest. That is 50 hours you could have used for actual billable work that grows your business. This is a hidden tax on your success. This is a drain on your most valuable resource, your time. I cut that admin time down to about 30 minutes per client. I did it with one simple, powerful idea. I built an AI-powered onboarding system. Good client onboarding accomplishes 4 critical things. It must welcome the client warmly, professionally. It must gather all the necessary project details efficiently. It must align expectations between you and the client perfectly. Finally, it must create a signed plan of action that everyone agrees upon. When you successfully do these 4 things with every new client, you will save countless hours. You will eliminate the friction that leads to misunderstandings and frustration. You will build a foundation of trust and clarity that sets the entire project up for success from day one. This is the difference between a smooth project and a stressful one. Conversely, when you miss one or more of these pillars, you invite chaos into your business. If you fail to welcome a client properly, they may feel uncertain and start sending anxious emails asking what's next. If you do not gather details systematically, you will spend your first week playing email tag, trying to extract basic information. If you do not align expectations in a structured way, you will inevitably face scope creep and disagreements down the line. And if you do not get a signed plan, you have no formal agreement to fall back on when things go wrong. Each of these failures costs you time and energy. Here are the 4 essential pieces of my AI-powered onboarding system. Each of these 4 pieces serves a distinct purpose, but they work together as a cohesive system. The first piece of your onboarding system is the welcome email. Its goal is simple. Make the client feel good, tell them what happens next, set a professional tone for the entire project. This is your first communication after they have officially hired you, so it needs to be perfect. You should send this email immediately after the contract is signed or the initial deposit clears. Keep the email concise and easy to read. Under 200 words is a good target. A well-crafted welcome email is a powerful tool for reducing client anxiety. When clients are unsure about the next steps, they tend to ask the same small questions over and over. When will we start? What do you need from me? When is our first call? Your welcome email answers these questions proactively. This immediately reduces the number of back-and-forth emails you have to manage. To create this email in seconds, you can use a simple ChatGPT prompt. Here is the exact prompt you can use. Paste this into ChatGPT. Write a warm, professional welcome email under 200 words. Use friendly language. Start with the client's name. Client name. Thank them for hiring me for the project name project. State the next steps. 1. Fill out the intake form I am sending. 2. Schedule our kickoff call. 3. Expect the project brief after our call. Mention the kickoff call will be 45 minutes. Mention the best way to reach me. Close with one sentence that sets a positive tone for our collaboration. After generating the text, simply replace the placeholders, add a personal line if you wish, and hit send. This step alone can save you 15 minutes per client. The second pillar of your system is the intake questionnaire. The primary goal here is to collect the exact information you need to start the project successfully. This avoids the long, messy email threads where you ask for details one by one. Use a simple, structured form to gather everything in one organized place. Send the form link right after the welcome email or include it inside the welcome email itself. Use a Google form. It's easy for clients to fill out and it organizes answers automatically. A good intake form is a massive time saver. It gives you all the essentials to prepare for the kickoff call. Walk into that first meeting already knowing the client's goals, target audience, key constraints. The conversation becomes immediately more productive. You can clarify important points instead of asking basic questions. It also shows your expertise. You know what info is required. What should you ask? Start with the primary business goal for the project. Then collect practical details, key deadlines, success metrics, budget constraints. Ask for access to brand assets, logos, style guides, names of key contacts. End with, "Is there anything else I should know before we begin?" Use this ChatGPT prompt to build your questions. Create 8 to 10 clear intake questions for a freelancer. Your service. Start with the client's main business goal. Include timeline, budget, success metrics, key contacts, and target audience. Make each question short and easy to answer. Copy into a Google form, make critical fields required, and send the link. The third piece of the puzzle is the kickoff agenda. The goal: use your first official call to confirm what matters and make key decisions. This is not a casual chat. It's a structured working session. An agenda prevents the meeting from becoming a vague, rambling conversation that ends without clear action items. Send the agenda at least 24 hours before the call. Plan for a 45-minute call. A clear agenda is your best defense against unproductive meetings. It turns conversation into a series of decisions. It provides a roadmap for the call and covers every critical point from goals to timelines. It also becomes the outline for your notes and later your project brief. Most importantly, a structured kickoff keeps project scope in check. Follow a simple, logical structure. 5-minute personal check-in. 10-minute review of the intake questionnaire. 10-minute confirmation of project goals and success metrics. 10-minute confirmation of process, timeline, and roles. 10-minute next steps and verbal sign-off. To create this agenda quickly, use this ChatGPT prompt. Write a 45-minute kickoff meeting agenda. Copy the generated agenda into your calendar invite and send a brief email reminder. The fourth and final component of the onboarding system is the project brief. The goal is a clear, concise plan that lists the project's deliverables, timelines, success metrics, and what's out of scope. This document is the official record of what you and the client agreed on. Create and send the brief within 24 hours after your kickoff call. Use a simple one-page Google Doc or a PDF with a short approval line. Why does a signed project brief matter so much? It prevents scope creep. When clients ask for extras, refer back to the brief. It gives you formal permission to move forward with no ambiguity. It ties payments to completed deliverables. And if there's a dispute, it's a clear record. Keep the brief simple and to the point. Start with a one-paragraph project summary. List specific deliverables with due dates. Add roles and responsibilities. Who provides feedback? Who provides assets? Who provides approvals? Reiterate the success metrics you agreed on in the kickoff call. Include a high-level timeline with key milestones. Finally, add an out-of-scope section stating what's not included. ChatGPT prompt. Turn kickoff notes into a one-page project brief. Structure it with project summary, key deliverables with due dates, roles and responsibilities, success metrics, timeline with milestones, payment schedule, out-of-scope items. Use clear, simple language and bullet points. End with, please reply to this email with yes to approve this brief so we can begin work. Paste your notes, generate the brief, edit for clarity, and send for approval. Now that you have the 4 core components, let's look at how they fit together into a streamlined 30-minute workflow. The key is to build these 4 templates once using ChatGPT and then save them. You are not reinventing the wheel for every new client. Instead, you are running a simple, repeatable checklist that ensures consistency and professionalism every single time. With your prompts and base templates saved, the process becomes incredibly fast. For each new client, you simply generate, personalize, send. Here is the step-by-step process in action. When a new client signs on, you immediately run your welcome email prompt. Replace the placeholder, client name, replace the placeholder, project name, and send it. That takes about 2 minutes. At the same time, you send the link to your pre-built intake questionnaire. That is another minute. Once the client fills out the form, you spend about 10 minutes reviewing their answers before the kickoff call. Then, you run your agenda prompt, paste it into the calendar invite, and send it 24 hours before the meeting. That is 3 minutes. After the 45-minute call, you spend 10 minutes cleaning up your notes and pasting them into your project brief prompt. ChatGPT generates the brief, you review and edit it, and send it for approval. That is another 10 minutes. The total hands-on admin time for you is around 30 minutes. This process eliminates common time wasters, reduces back and forth, cuts unstructured prep, and makes scope crystal clear. Every step is logical and builds on the last, creating a smooth client experience while saving you an immense amount of unpaid labor. You do not need to write every welcome email, intake form, and project brief from scratch. That is the path to burnout, not business growth. By leveraging a simple tool like ChatGPT, you can build a powerful, semi-automated onboarding system that does the heavy lifting for you. You only need to create the 4 core templates once: the welcome email, the intake questionnaire, the kickoff agenda, the project brief. Once they are built, you can use them for every single client who walks through your digital door. Your only task is to personalize the key details for each new project. This small change will have a massive impact on your work life. You will free up 3 to 5 hours of administrative time per client. If you onboard 10 clients a year, that is a full week of your life that you get back. Spend that week finding higher value clients, learning a new skill, working on your own projects, or taking a well-deserved break. This system is not about being less personal. It is about being more efficient. Keep the tone warm and use the client's name. Clients appreciate clarity. The AI provides the structure. You provide the final human touch. Your time is your most valuable asset. Start today by building the 4 pieces of this onboarding system. Reclaim your hours and subscribe to Work Smarter Lab for daily AI workflows.